So I went on ahead and did some preparation off camera, as I said I would. And the biggest thing was that I got everybody basically the strongest weapons that they have access to. And I think that we're actually going to be in a pretty good spot coming up for the whatever's up ahead, honestly. And other than that, I used everybody's skill points. I finally have Incineration Wave for Alphen, and I got to use it off camera. Pretty cool move, if I do say so myself. Other than that, I think that we should more or less be good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and just use the auto recovery here, and then I'll just, I don't need to throw on an orange shell. We have 600. Anyway, I think we're good. Hello everybody, name's David, you can call me Zen, and welcome back to another episode of Tales of Arise. In the previous episode, Bahira? I think I said her name right? Tried to stop us at the entrance of the Forbidden Zone, and we found out a little bit more about the truth behind the thorns, about how it was a potential reaction of the astral energy becoming sentient, the darkness astral energy that lived within Naori. This time, we're going to continue going ahead and confront whatever truth lies ahead of us, regardless of how scary it may be. The only way is forward.
I'm determined to save Shion and Dana. Nothing I learned can change that.
All right. Let's see what's up ahead. All right, so I love how it says the where we have to go is to the left. What if I don't want to go to the left?
Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
I want to look through that room over there.
Oh, this is the area that Alphen was experimented on.
Right? Sure. We can check it out.
Yeah, this is where Alphen was experimented on. I remember. Ages ago. So we're in the area, we're in the lab.
Like some kind of research facility.
So how did they make Alphen sovereign?
Secreted away in the Forbidden Zone. Why am I past being surprised at this point?
Yeah.
Looks pretty deserted.
Still seems so real at this point.
Let's check it out. It might give us a new lead.
Well, how much more can we learn, really? This is what I want to know.
For the people of Lenegus, the Forbidden Zone is the stuff of dreams. Yet here I am, standing within its hallowed halls.
It's off limits even for lords, then? Talk about an exclusive club.
Being exclusive is one thing, but how many important facilities let in only the Sovereign? Doesn't that seem a little strange?
They probably closed this area off
cover it.
after the
If it was only
events
one room,
300 years ago.
But a place on this scale? How do they keep it from falling into ruin? Whoever the sovereign is, they can't manage the upkeep of this whole place themselves.
Exactly.
Did no one ever talk about it when you were growing up?
No, not that I can remember. Then again, sovereigns and forbidden zones weren't exactly breakfast table conversations.
Not the breakfast table.
Forbidden Zone is a hallowed place, at one with the Sovereign's authority, grounds of the one true ruler.
This probably
who
place
presides
used to
over
probably
all
be very
realms.
populated back
That is what we
when
believed
Alphen's
this place
time.
to be. No, what we were made to believe it was. But now, it is finally time to discover this area's true purpose, and why it was kept hidden behind the scenes for so long.
All right. I wonder if Alphen was kept in this giant tube.
I think I can make this work.
This is gonna be a lot of information. Looks like the Sovereign's crest is behind there.
Well, can you make head or tail of it?
These are experiment records by the looks of it. Reams of them, dating back hundreds of years. Let's see. A composite being capable of controlling Danan astral energy so as to convert its molecular and elemental makeup. The creation of a governing central figure, taking the form of a Danan.
Wait,
Codename Sovereign.
is Alphen not a person?
Wait, there's more. Research into utilizing force field crystals for the purpose of stable astral energy
That's-
containment.
I'm gonna keep my mouth
That
shut.
must be the master course. With all this raw data, there's bound to be records here somewhere about the Maiden and the Lords, too.
About the Lords? Why would they be on there?
Think about it. The Lord's crests are clearly of a piece with those of both the Sovereign and the Maiden.
Ah, I
Not to
see.
mention the fact that the contenders to the crown are selected from otherwise regular Renan citizens. In other words, it may be that all Renans are unwittingly being made subject to some kind of grand scheme.
What about the Sovereign? Does it say anything else?
Where do I start? All I've read so far is the headlines. There's so much here. To sift through all of it would require specialized... Wait,
Oh, his eyes
Did you
his
find
eyes
something?
widened.
it's a list of names, with the title Test Subjects, Sovereign. It's your call.
Read it.
You have to know.
There must be dozens of test subjects listed here. Hundreds even. All of them failures. Wait, I think I found one that was successful.
Has to be Balfin, right?
Test subject number 1273. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Alphen.
So Alphin's not even his real name,
You
or
re-engineered me. Right here in this lab.
Alphen.
so yeah, that's not even his name.
It's fine, really. What about the others? Was I the only one?
Test subject number 10105. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Volron.
Oh,
Volron? But that means...
He's only sovereign because someone made him that way too.
He's the last one. In 3 centuries worth of records, you and Volron are the only two subjects
3
on whom the
centuries is
experiment was
crazy. So what makes them two different?
But what about the winners of the crown contests? Does this mean that none of them were ever crowned sovereign after all?
Or sovereign is a
Upon
double
victory,
meaning, maybe?
The sovereign shall return to Rena and rule over Rena and Lenegis combined. When a new sovereign is decided, the outgoing monarch shall relinquish their post and live out the rest of their days on Rena. So we were told. But according to these records, there have only ever been 2 sovereigns, neither of whom had anything to do with the crown contest. It's all lies, including the part about the sovereign residing in Rena.
Okay, so what happens to the victors of the crown
was never
contest?
about deciding a new ruler. It must always have been devised for some other purpose.
But even supposing that's true, someone must have been in charge for the past 3 centuries, right? If it wasn't the sovereign, then who was it?
Crown contests have been held this whole time, in spite of the fact that there was already a sovereign. Me. Meaning that for the past 300 years, someone out there has to have been maintaining that lie. The same person I'm willing to bet is behind all this.
The Red Woman?
So, okay.
It's possible. But that doesn't necessarily mean she's the mastermind behind this scheme.
I wonder what the twist is gonna be then.
She could be working for someone else. Someone back on the Renan homeworld.
Either way, it's fair to say she's definitely involved somehow.
What about the data records? Is there no other information that could help us?
Not that I can see. Just file upon file of experiment results.
Should we take Alphin's experiment results? I
There's
mean, obviously we
nothing
know
here
it's
about who's
successful, but
behind
we
all
have more
this,
information about
or what their
him.
endgame is, unfortunately. I've barely managed to scratch the surface, mind you. You won't be able to read through it all, but you're welcome to take a look through what you can while we're here.
I think we should keep
do that.
moving. Oh, okay, never mind.
So this is where...
Okay, y'all, don't be me. So, I record my camera and my video gameplay separately. And when I paused the recording, mind you, this is a little bit later. I had to go eat dinner, blah, 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 blah. A little bit later, I didn't realize that the camera was still recording. It doesn't take up like a lot of space or anything like that, but it was just real awkward when I was messing around with espresso, and then
The significance of this
I now have that on film. So if I'm bored, you guys will see it. If not,
Look through them.
it'll be just my little demon that I keep to myself. All right.
Only 2 sovereigns in over 300 years. So why has the experiment only succeeded twice in all
This is what I want to know.
And if that's the case, why keep on doing it? Was there really no other way?
Maybe there's like a law
there
of the
be
universe
some
saying that
other
there can only be 2.
Dohalim.
Forgive me.
Alphen.
I'm fine. I'm just a little shaken, that's all. I knew what I was already, so it's not like it's a surprise or anything. But it's strange. I've got all this rage inside of me, but I don't even know who it's for. I'm scared that I'll put a face to it, just to have someone to blame.
If that were to happen, then No. Then we'd help you fight it, before you ever got that far. Wouldn't we, everyone?
Yeah, we wouldn't just sit by and watch you spiral out of control.
That's
Yeah, everyone's helped you so
No
far.
good can come from being consumed by hatred.
If you ever start to lose your way, you can count on us to guide you back. To remind you where home is.
There's such like a camaraderie for each other. Or companionship,
everyone.
maybe, is a better word.
I think I'll be okay now.
Okay. Well, we can look up more. But I don't know if this is something that I want to necessarily do. Well, maybe actually no, the Sovereign and the Maiden. That's actually what I would like to do. The Sovereign acts as Lenegis' central control device for spirit channeling. The Sovereign acts as Lenegis' central control device for the spirit channeling ceremony. Each one is granted a level 2 authority and an ID crest. A Danon subject serves as the base of its creation. In theory, ideal candidates possess equal affinity for every astral element. However, such aptitude is statistically rare to uncover within real-world conditions. As a result, most subjects die during the adjustment period, and stability is not guaranteed for those who survive it. This instability, coupled with the Sovereign's powers of its astral manipulation, pose a high risk to the security of Lenegis if left unchecked. As such, stabilization measures must be put in place via the support mechanism when utilizing the Sovereign in the spirit channeling ceremony. Addendum 1. No effective alternate methods to perform the ceremony have been found. Trials on Danon subjects are authorized to continue. Addendum 2. Unit 2 adjustments are a success. Subsequent adjustments are to be put on hold while extended observation takes place. Alright, what about the Maiden? The Maiden acts as the Sovereign support mechanism for the spirit channeling ceremony. Each one is granted a level 2 authority and an ID crest. A Renin subject serves as functions, providing the Sovereign with the supplemental dark astral it lacks in tandem with the Renis Alma. During the ceremony, it is partly responsible for astral energy conversion as well as maintaining stability over the Sovereign's own powers. Additionally, the degree of intimacy between it and the Sovereign have been observed to positively impact the level of stability in both subjects. Because of this, trial activations of the Sovereign without the Maiden present are expressly forbidden. Furthermore, neither the Sovereign nor the Maiden are to be informed about the details of the spirit channeling plan. Addendum 1. Mental instability in the Maiden has been deemed the cause of the past Sovereign's rampancy. Countermeasures must be considered. Addendum 2. In line with plan adjustments, the current subject will have its Maiden registration revoked and returned to its original household. So, because of what happened, Naori got sent back to where she was before. At least that's what I'm assuming. That's kind of the only thing that, like, kinda sorta makes sense. Can I jump over this? Okay, there we go. Sedative mask. Is this the mask that Alphen had on? A device covering the wearer's whole face that restricts their mental activity. It was developed for the purpose of pacifying prisoners. Medical applications are also recognized, particularly as a mean of preventing patients from sustaining mental trauma. So they used it on Alphen like that. However, doing so is not recommended, as prolonged use of the device carries the risk of inducing a number of adverse side effects. Addendum. Due to the loss of production facilities incurred from partial destruction of Lenegus, additional devices will no longer be manufactured. Brainwashing report. After receiving reports of a robust new form of rule emerging in Dana's water realm, a study was commissioned to investigate the matter in depth. This system is unique in that it elevates only the Lord as the supreme authority while relegating both the Renans and Danans alike to enslavement. Test subject 10105 serves as the realm's court lord and has achieved this without use of any special powers, drugs, or special devices. Rather, it is done so by sheer governance. Given this method's effectiveness at population control, monitoring of the situation will continue. Addendum 1. Collapse of cognitive facilities via extreme mental repression rooted in violence and fear has proven to be the key to this style of rule. Once a subject loses its autonomy, they become desensitized to fear and subsequently cease to prioritize their own personal safety. Through such a state is ill-suited for commanding officers, it remains an effective way to cultivate disposable infantry for slaves and slaves for manual labor. Addendum 2. Soldiers in Lenegus who have undergone this treatment will be asked to secure classified sectors as a trial. The results will be monitored. I see. Okay, so Valron's techniques were basically applied here as well. That's interesting. In a bad way. But we still need to continue. We still have 2 other rooms to take a look in? But it's crazy that there aren't even like Zoogles or just any signs of life. I guess this is just your way to kind of see this whole world go full circle. I remember when we got the flashbacks to this a while ago, and I'm just gonna take the 3 life bottles and lose 3. We definitely probably need it for whatever comes up ahead. Another flashback. So what happened to Alphen? Oh, this is him in the resting pod. She put the device, the memory restraining device on him.
Naori, I...
Don't talk. I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dana. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill. I'm sorry for what you've endured. Renan never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
Even still...
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further. Let yourself go to sleep. This should help with the pain. Time to go, Alphen. Farewell.
Poor thing.
Naori.
So
His injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode. The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%? And worse, long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system.
Oh, so he didn't have to read the thing.
But... if I don't head back, Lenegus will be nothing but ashes. And this starship along with it. I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Alphen. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance, I have to try. I hope it's enough.
Poor thing.
Please, live for me, Alphen.
That one's a heartbreaker.
That vision. It must have been from when Naori helped Alphen escape Lenegus.
She sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
She kept her promise.
Even with Lanagus crumbling down around her, she chose to stay put with her people.
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time. It was all the result of one agonizing decision Naori made to save your life.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive today. I owe her everything.
We're gonna have to fight Naori.
More than I could ever hope to repay.
We're gonna have to fight her.
Now that you know how she felt, how do you plan on honoring her wishes?
There's no
She
way.
kept her promise. If the Renan people she fought so desperately to protect are at risk from a malevolent force, then I owe it to her to carry on her fight. Naori was the one who put.
All right, let's continue.
It made me Iron Mask.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and...
Man, messed up his nervous system, but I understand.
But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
I don't know if I want to walk in here right this second. Plus, this episode's gonna be a little bit weird to edit due to the way that I was cutting everything together. So I'm gonna go on ahead and end things off here. We went through a lot of exposition there, and I think that it's gonna be a very worthwhile experience to kind of see how this plays out. So thank you guys also very much for watching today, and I hope you guys leave a like and subscribe. You know, it helps the algorithm for me, and I hope to see you guys all in the next one, okay? You guys have a fantastic rest of your day.